Alright, there's just one step left to solving this cube, but we're going to break it down into two mini steps. And the first step I want to go through is the orientation of the corners. And so the basic goal with that is to end up with all of the corners, if you rotate it with U, able to be solved. And all you'll have left is the edges. So how do we get to this point? Well, there's really two cases of the edges not being possible to solve. And that's where when you rotate it with U moves, you can only get a maximum of 2 corners solved and the other 2 are diagonal, or you can get a maximum of 2 corners solved and they are adjacent. And so the worst case is when they are diagonal and you can only get 2 solved, because this will require you to execute the algorithm twice. But the benefit of this particular case is that you can apply the algorithm from any angle. So from any angle, the algorithm you're going to do is known as the T permutation. And it looks a little something like this. R, U, R prime, U prime. So the sexy move, R prime, F, which was from our edge insertion, but then R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F. And that's the T permutation. This edge swaps with this edge, this corner swaps with this corner, and so that's why it's the T here. It's also really good for studying line solving, but that's another discussion for another day. The basic premise then is most of this block will be preserved. The important thing is that only these 2 corners are swapping. That's what we care about from this algorithm, and that's what allows us to control which 2 corners we're swapping to always force some other case of edges on top or corners on top to then solve all of the corners after a maximum of 2 tries. So first, from any angle, the T permutation, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. And then from this angle, you're going to want to align your 2 corners with whatever face that they'll align with. Sometimes you won't have this complete block. Sometimes you'll have just headlights again. So again, headlights are 2 of the same color on any given side. Then there's the case where all of them are the wrong color. And then there's the case where you have a 2 block of things that are adjacent to each other. But we're looking for the headlights, and we want the headlights to then be on the left side, and then you're going to execute the algorithm again, because the T perm has headlights on the left side when you're doing the T, and we want these 2 to swap to solve it, because in fact if you swap this and you bring it here, and you swap this and you bring it down here, that will solve both corners. So doing the T perm on this cube solves all of the corners into the correct slot. And that's really all there is to it. So cases again, if we have 2 corners in their correct slots and 2 not in their correct slots, we can execute the T perm from any angle. Then we want to bring the headlights to the left side. We want to do the algorithm again. And then check, make sure. You can do up to 3 U moves, and you'll see that all of the corners are solved, and then this step is done.